Chad?
Chad Leistico, Des Moines Register. Caitlin Clark, please.
You don't have to say my last name, guys. It's okay.
It seemed like maybe even a little more than usual. You were a little bit frustrated with yourself tonight. Would you say that's accurate? And like, how did you kind of calm things down? You end up with 27, 8, and 10 after all that, you know?
Yeah, I would say I probably could have smiled a little more tonight. I think the first quarter kind of frustrated maybe all of us in a way. I feel like this is a game you want to come out and dominate from the start because this is what fuels your run. And like Coach Butter said, I think maybe we played with a little bit of rust. And I think the biggest thing is like they really packed the paint. They just sat 4 people in there. So it's really hard to drive to the basket. And then when you miss a few long shots to start, it's kind of like what you do. But I think, like Coach Butter said, is like we really started running our offense in the second quarter. And then I was able to create some plays for my defense that turned into offense, especially late in the game, and then just tried to bring more energy. But, yeah, I think I was a little frustrated, but I feel like that comes from knowing what it takes to be where we want to be. I think, from here on out, every single team is going to give us a really good game. Every single team is basically a top 25 team at this point. So that's what makes March so fun. I definitely think I could have smiled a little bit more, but, hey, I'm competitive. I want to win, and I expect us to be really good all the time.
Hello, Rémi Vorano for the French TV, Canal Plus. Question for Caitlin. This is my first time in Iowa City. I've seen so many people, thank you very much. I've seen so many people saying that you are beyond basketball already, that you are a role model for their kids, whether they're boys or girls, doesn't matter. So many 22 jerseys also. How do you explain this new dimension that you've taken over the last months now? And do you feel it like a responsibility?
Yeah, I think it's something you never get sick of is seeing somebody wearing your jersey, especially all those little girls and little boys that are screaming for your autograph. And I feel like the city has really embraced our team more than anybody. The state has really embraced our team, and they love our team to death. And that's what's made it so fun. That's what this journey has really been all about is, people really rallying around us and sharing in these moments and this joy with us. And I think that's been super special, not only for myself, but even like Kate and Gab and Sharon, who have been here and, are moving on after these 4 years. So I don't really see it as something that's the spotlight's always on me. I think it's my responsibility to, inspire people, but I think that just comes with how I live my life and, how I go about my daily business. It's not anything I'm trying to do. It's just the person I am, and that's kind of what comes along with it.
So for the people who doesn't know you yet, who are you, Caitlin Clark, on and off the court?
Cow, that's a loaded question. We could go anywhere. You can Google that one. Just Google it. Get your answers.
Even for the French people?
Even for the French people, I guess. Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jeff. Mike runs right behind you.
Jeff Linder, Cedar Rapids Gazette. Kate, just how would you say this team played, considering 12, 13 days off? And just tell us a little bit about Addie's impact for you tonight.
Yeah, a lot of people came in off the bench and played really well for us. Addie, 7 for 9, so we were really proud of her tonight. But, yeah, I think we had to knock some rust off a little bit. But I think kudos to Holy Cross. They came in here and they played really competitively. And they're a good shooting team, so you can never really, discount good shooting teams. So kudos to them. But, yeah, we knocked a little bit of rust off, and we had a good second quarter that really separated us. And so, obviously, like Caitlin said, we have high expectations for ourselves. So, we're not super pleased with every single quarter. I think, our defense wasn't fully there for 3 of our quarters, but knocking rust off, and at this time of the year, it's survive and advance. So I'm proud of the way we responded in a lot of situations tonight.
Kyle Huseman, Hawkeye Report. Question for you, Kate. Obviously you guys have talked about knocking off some of the rust after that first quarter. As you're one of the vocal leaders on this team, is there anything that you said to the team? What was kind of the message there after the first quarter? And then second part, how's the head? It looked like you took a tough fall there.
Yeah. No, I didn't really say anything too inspiring, honestly. I think we all kind of knew what needed to be done, and it was our defense. And we responded really well in the second quarter. But, yeah, we also keep talking about, we only have one more game left in Carver now, too. So this was one of 2 games left for us seniors here in Carver, and so trying to enjoy every single moment, and, that puts things in perspective for us. But, yeah, I think my head's fine. I just have a nice little goose egg out back there. How do I look?
Horrible.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Go ahead, Scott.
I have nothing to add to that one, but Gabby Marshall hit a couple of three-pointers early. The first one, that sounded like the roof was going to collapse. Yeah. What was that? How did that help you as a team? Just kind of, give you a little bit of a breather, and then how did that impact you going throughout the game? Just a couple of her three-pointers.
Yeah, I can go.
Go ahead, Kate.
Yeah. When Gabby's on, it's just, it really like lights a fire under all of us, honestly. When she's hitting her shots and playing with passion and, just sticking her tongue out or like cheering it really lights a fire under all of our butts. So when Gabby's hitting, it's really fun for us. And when you see one go through the net and it was her first shot and our first points, then, makes her contagious. So it was really good to see that out of Gabby, and I've watched Gabby Marshall, so it's been really fun for her, and I've been loving seeing her knock down some shots, continuing over from the Big Ten tournament.
Any further questions, Chad?
Caitlin, you guys are up 23-21 after the first quarter, and almost instantly it felt like you guys are up almost 20. Like, can you speak to how fast you guys are able to make runs and how that happens for you guys?
I think that's one of the best parts of this team is like we always are in a game no matter what situation it is. Obviously that situation is a little bit different, but I think that just speaks to our offensive firepower. And when we're able to string stops together, that's when our offense really thrives. When we get out in transition, I think we got a few stops there in transition. I think we made a three, and then I know Addie ran the court and got a layup, and then it forced the other team to call a timeout. So I think, it just speaks to our offense, but it really honestly for us starts on defense. And I think when we're able to string stops together, that's when we're really able to execute. I know we kind of sent them to the foul line a lot, especially there in the first half. It felt like there were a lot of dead ball situations where we weren't really able to push the ball. So I think when we get stops, that leads to our best offense, which is transition offense, and that's what we want to get to.